Never ever put these 5 things on your face after 50 if you want to look rested instead of exhausted. I've spent 30 years as a makeup artist in Korea, and I watch women make these mistakes every single day. Mistake number 1 is the one the foundation industry prays you never figure out because it's quietly adding 10 years to your face every morning. So stay with me until the end. Number 7, treat your skincare as the first step of your makeup, not something separate. In Korea, we don't pick up a foundation brush until the skin underneath is plump and drinking. A hydrating toner, a light essence, a proper cream, and then this part matters. Press it all in with warm palms. Don't rub, press. Hold your hands against your cheeks and let the heat push the product into the skin. When a client comes to me with a tired, dull, gray face, I spend more time on this step than on the actual makeup. Dry skin grabs foundation. It clings to every flaky patch and sits in every line like chalk in a crack. Hydrated skin lets foundation glide and blur. Give your skincare a full 5 minutes to sink in before anything else touches your face. If your foundation has been pilling or separating on your nose by lunchtime, this step alone will change your mornings. Number 6, thin layers and only where you need them. This one hurts because so many of us were raised on full coverage from hairline to jaw. But a mature face wearing a full mask of foundation reads older from across the room. In my studio, I take a damp sponge, squeeze it out well, and press one sheer layer only where the skin actually needs help. Usually that's around the nose, a little on the chin, maybe some redness on the cheeks. The forehead and the outer face often need almost nothing. Where the skin is good, let it show. That's the whole Korean philosophy in one sentence. Real skin peeking through is what reads youthful, because young skin is not flat and uniform, it has life in it. If one thin layer isn't enough in a spot, press a second thin layer just there. 2 whisper thin layers always beat one heavy one that turns cakey by 10 in the morning. Number 5, put down the powder, almost everywhere. A fully powdered matte face is the fastest way to add years, because matte skin reads dry and dry reads old. Watch any Korean actress in her 50s on camera. Her skin looks dewy, glowy, alive, like it's lit from within. In my kit, powder is a scalpel, not a paintbrush. I take a small brush, not a big fluffy one, and I set only the center of the face. Sides of the nose, the chin, a touch between the brows where oil breaks through. That's it. The cheekbones stay luminous, the temples stay luminous, and please keep powder away from smile lines and crow's feet because powder is exactly what settles into creases and announces them to the world. If you're shiny by afternoon, blot with a tissue first, then powder. Half the time, the tissue does the whole job and your glow stays intact. Number 4, under the eyes, less concealer than you think you need, and I mean much less. This is where I see women adding a decade with their own hands. A thick stripe of concealer swiped under the whole eye, then set with powder, then creased into every fine line by 9 in the morning. In Korea, we do the opposite. Look at where the darkness actually lives. For almost everyone, it's the little triangle at the inner corner, next to the nose. One small dot of a peachy hydrating concealer right there, pressed in with the warmth of your ring finger. Tap, tap, tap until it disappears into the skin. Nothing on the outer half of the eye, nothing on the crepey lid area, and no baking, ever. The outer eye area should stay soft and bare so light can move across it. Cover the shadow, leave the texture alone, and the whole eye area suddenly looks rested. Number 3, move your blush up. High on the cheekbone, pulled slightly back toward the temple, and always cream, never powder. As we age, everything in the face drifts downward, so where you place color decides whether you look lifted or dragged. Cream blush in a soft rosy or peachy tone, 2 dots on the highest part of the cheekbone, blended upward with your fingertips. The warmth of your fingers melts it into the skin so it looks like circulation, like you just came in from a walk in cool air, not like a stripe of product sitting on top. Powder blush on mature skin tends to sit in the pores and emphasize texture, and that's why so many women gave up on blush entirely. Don't give up on blush. Blush is the single fastest way to make a tired face look awake. Just move it up and switch to cream. Number 2, candlelight skin. Take a cream highlighter, and I mean a subtle one, a soft champagne or pearl with no chunky glitter. Glitter is for teenagers. Press it with your ring finger on just 3 places. The very top of the cheekbone, the inner corner of the eye, and a whisper on the cupid's bow above the lip. That's it. What you're doing is putting light back where age takes it away. A tired face is a face that has stopped reflecting light. When you place these small points of glow, the eyes look brighter, the cheeks look higher, and in photos, you look like you slept 9 hours. In Seoul, we call this kind of Finnish honey skin, and it is worth more than any filter on your phone. And number one, wear a foundation that was actually made for mature skin. This is the trick I'd keep if I had to give up everything else in my kit, because every technique I just taught you lives or dies on what your base is doing. There is one foundation I recommend above everything else I've tried in 30 years. It uses color-changing technology, so it adapts to your exact skin tone the moment you blend it in, which means it's almost impossible to oxidize orange. It blurs fine lines instead of settling into them. It smooths texture, and it looks natural, never heavy. It's the closest thing I've found to your skin, but better in a bottle, and it works with mature skin instead of fighting against it. It's called Luxe. Hundreds of women already swear by it, and right now, it's the #1 best-selling foundation on Amazon. You can find it by searching Luxe Foundation on Amazon, or just click the link in the description below this video. Results may vary from face to face. Of course, every skin is its own story, but this is the foundation I'd hand my own sister. Those are the 7 tricks. Now the 5 mistakes, because these habits will quietly undo everything I just gave you. If you're finding this helpful, take 1 second and hit subscribe. I share mature skin techniques from my 30 years in the makeup chair every single week, counting down to the big one. Mistake number 5, baking and powdering the entire face. I know the tutorials made it look glamorous, but baking was invented for drag performers under stage lights, not for a 60-year-old woman going to lunch. Heavy powder sitting on mature skin for 10 minutes doesn't set your makeup, it mummifies it. Every fine line gets a little white flag planted in it. And that thick layer of finely milled powder is also what causes flashback in photos, that ghostly gray face in every flash picture at a family wedding. Powder the center of the face only, like I showed you, and throw the baking habit away. Mistake number 4, dark matte lipstick with a hard, drawn-on liner. That deep matte berry that looked so chic in the 90s now does 3 unkind things at once. It makes the lips look thinner, it feathers into the lines around the mouth, and it pulls every eye straight to that feathering. If you love a deep color, blur it instead. Start with lip balm, always. Then dab the color into the center of the mouth with your fingertip. Press your lips together and diffuse the edges outward until there's no visible line at all. The center stays richer, the edges melt away, and the same shade that was aging you suddenly makes the mouth look fuller and softer. Korean artists have used this blurred lip for decades, and it forgives everything. Mistake number 3, blush on the apples of the cheeks. We were all taught to smile and put the color right on the round part, but on a mature face, the apples sit lower than they used to, so coloring them drags the whole face downward right toward the smile lines. It's the same product, the same shade, and completely the wrong address. Up on the cheekbone, blended toward the temple. Placement is everything, and this one change photographs like a mini facelift. Mistake number 2, putting makeup on dry, unprepped skin. If you wash your face, swipe on a little moisturizer, and go straight in with foundation 2 minutes later, you're painting on a wall that hasn't been primed. The foundation grabs, it streaks, it clings to every dry patch, and by noon, it's sitting on top of your skin instead of becoming part of it. Skincare first, warm palms pressing it in, 5 real minutes of patience. Boring advice, I know. It's also the difference between makeup that melts into the skin and makeup that cracks on it. And mistake number 1, the one the foundation industry prays you never figure out. Traditional foundation itself is aging you. Those formulas were built for young, even oily skin. On a mature face, they oxidize, so the color turns orange by lunch. They settle into fine lines because they were never designed to move with a face that moves. And they sit heavy, like a layer of paint announcing everything you were trying to soften. The industry knows this, and they keep selling you the same formulas anyway, because a foundation that disappoints you every 3 months keeps you buying. This is exactly why I gave you trick number 1. If you switch just one thing after watching this video, make it your foundation. Search Luxe Foundation on Amazon or click the link in the description below this video and give your face a base that finally works with it. One more gift before you go. If you comment the word secret below, I will send you one extra step for mature skin that most artists keep to themselves. a step that can help your makeup last 12 hours or more. Make sure you're subscribed and following me, or I have no way to reach you with it. 30 years in this industry taught me one thing above everything else. A woman over 50 does not need more makeup. She needs the right makeup, in the right places, in thin, honest layers that let her skin breathe and shine through. Try the tricks tomorrow morning, drop the 5 mistakes, and take a photo of yourself in daylight. I think you'll be very glad you stayed until the end. I'll see you in the next one.